Well, welcome back to this channel. My name is Bekwin Bernard Boma, and if you've been here before and you're part of this family, you know there's a Black Suit Tonight Africa Rising channel. We promote everything Black and African. Well, that is Michelle. She has a story as a Black student in China, live before, during, and after the pandemic. And you not get it anywhere than this channel. But we are not talking to her before this break. We'll be right back shortly after this break. My name is Bekwin Bernard, and today we came out for fun. It's a hot Sunday in Nanjing.
And I'm feeling myself.
and we are sitting by Bai Jiahu. That's the Bai Jia Lake in Nanjing City. And I'm sitting here with this is the African channel, right? Pan-African channel. I'm from Ghana, by the way, and I'm sitting here with, you have to say your name.
Oh, my name is Nobukosi Michelle Dube, but you can call me Michelle.
I'm sweating all over. Nobukosi Dube Michelle.
Yeah.
Your Michelle is Michelle Obama.
No, it's Michelle, the Mutual.
Okay. Michelle for boys.
Yes.
Who gave
it's
me that?
spelled as Mutual for boys. Can you imagine?
Don't give you that Michelle for boys name.
My dead sister. I actually didn't like the name, but when I came to China, that was the easiest name for people to call me by because my first name is.
But Dube is easy.
Dube
Lucky
is
Dube.
my family name. Dube is like my dad's name. People actually call my dad Dube because he's like the male version of my family, so he gets the title Dube. I cannot be called Dube just like that. I have to be called Ma Dube because yes, the prefix, is it the prefix or the suffix? The prefix. The prefix MA in my country is feminine. Yes, it's like it refers to a female, so it has to be like M-A, Ma Dube, then it's fine. But all of you guys call me Dube. I don't know why.
It sounds nice, Lucky Dube, you know.
No.
Oh, but it's really
Dube
nice.
is my family name, so I prefer being called Nobu or Michelle because I think most Chinese people actually call me Michelle, and I've actually grown to accept being called Michelle. I don't like the name, but I've come to accept it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today when I was calling you, there was this ringing tone on your WeChat. What is it?
Yay, my ringing tone. It's Footprints in the Sand.
That's the title. Sung by who? I'm not sure.
I don't remember the singer. But the name just slipped out of my mind. But it's a very nice song because, what can I say? This song brings so much memories of like everything that has happened.
Okay.
And I feel it's just a form of assurance for me. Yeah, so I like the song and I found it and I'm like, oh, I can make this like my ringing tone.
Okay.
So that's why I really want it.
Yeah, I would love you to sing it actually. Just sing a part. The beginning.
Really?
That part where.
Which one? I've never actually listened to it. Like,
okay.
I should call myself or something to know which is the beginning part.
Okay, just sing. Which part you can sing. I just want listeners to see something. I'm going to talk about something. I just want to
really.
Yes.
Okay, let me try. I think it starts something like this. You walked with me, footprints in the sand, and help me understand where I'm going. You walked with me when I was all alone and helped me something along the way. Then I heard you say, I promise you I'm always there. I don't remember the part.
Wow.
Of the song or something like
that. I think that's the part I heard. They're always there like that. Oh my goodness. But you know you sing. Do you love music?
I do. I sing, but I don't really go public about it because it's something that I like doing. Like when I'm bored, I do like song covers and stuff like that. Yeah.
You do covers.
I do song covers.
I'll come back to your covers. I think you need to have a channel. You know, let me tell you something, Nobu. The first day that I heard you sing at church, you know, when we were doing introduction, by the way, she's my church mate, but that's how we are out here today, and yeah, we're just having fun. And we decided to just do this for you guys. I want you to know live African life in China. How is it, especially in COVID? I know you all want answers, but let's talk about Nobu first. First time I saw you in church, it was like we were doing introduction. And you know how when new person comes in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that day we were singing hymn, and him and I happened to be by your side or something, and that voice, I think. So since then, I just kept that note, and then there were couple of times you sang following. that introduction.
Oh, I think I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
I actually remember the song that I sang the first time
What
when
was
I
it?
came to the fellowship.
Okay.
It's my help. All of my help comes from the Lord. You remember, right?
Yes. And I think you have to just do a stanza now.
It goes something like this. My voice is not so good today. Okay, fine.
Thanks to
because
me. We've actually eaten a lot today.
Oh yes. Okay, thank you
Okay,
so
good.
much, Ben. I think that's the song that I sang. I actually remember that very well because we're supposed to recite like a Bible text that you like. But I felt, okay, so why don't I just sing the Bible text instead of reciting it? So yeah, I think here it goes. Let me try it out.
Okay.
It was something like this. I will lift up mine eyes to the hills from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord which made heaven and earth. He said, He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. The Lord which keepeth thee, He will not slumber nor sleep. For the Lord is thy keeper, the Lord is thy shade upon thine right hand, upon thine right hand. And I just kept going and going. I'm not going to finish
Oh
this.
my God! This is. I'm not alone to feel with Whitney Houston or something.
Oh, please.
Right? Trust me. Let the audience say. Let them judge. Because seriously, this is Whitney here. Whitney right here. Wow.
I wouldn't put it that way.
You've been recording covers for people. Maybe one or two that you remember. Which songs covers have you done?
I think I just do songs that I feel like, I like this song. Okay, like there's one time I did a cover. I think I don't really like keep names that much in my head, but I just remember the song. Is that song Perfect? You know it. I found a love.
Okay.
Yes. So I did.
Sharon.
Yes, I did a short cover of that song.
Yeah.
And I think it was good. Well, according to me, I think it was okay. And I also did Can You Feel the Love Tonight from The Lion King. And I also did When Peace Like a River.
Okay.
That's my favorite song. And I did Amazing Grace. And then I did You Raise Me Up When I Am Down and Oh My Soul So Weary.
What have you done with these covers? Do you keep them on your phone and
in
playing?
my phone.
But I think
I send them to a very close friend of mine, and they get to listen to them because when they're down, I kind of like send them these recordings to try and lift them up. So I send them to them.
They will surely be lifted up because I'm floating I'm floating in the skies right now. Try create a channel, maybe something. Do your music, but I don't know why you haven't taken this like maybe pro. Have you tried?
I'm lazy.
Is it because of lazy or maybe China? Because China is a whole new chapter, I know.
I think I'm always too busy, and I only get maybe time to do this during the weekend when I feel, I haven't sang in a while, and let me just try and do this cover or something like that. And
all right, now let's come to the meat of the matter. So what do you do in China like now? I'm a student. What do you do?
Well, I'm also a student like you, Ben. I'm going to start my second year. I'm doing my PhD in public administration.
Okay. University.
And by Nanjing Agric University in Nanjing, obviously. Yeah. And I've been in China for this is my 5th year now, so it hasn't been really long. But
fifth year, 2.5 with pandemic, 2.5 without pandemic.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
right?
you could put it that way. Of course, yes. How can we talk about China and not mention the pandemic years? Yeah, but through it all, we're here. I mean, I've survived all.
Okay, so now people would really want to know, right? I know, life before pandemic as a student in China from Africa, how was it? And we'll come back to how did everything for me everything went haywire with this pandemic. Like everything became standstill. Life was suffocating for me. But with you, your experience when you came, you were a singer. And
I wasn't a singer.
Well,
Fine.
That's how I got to know you.
Fine. Okay, you can put it that way. Life before pandemic.
Yes.
Oh, sorry about this. It's my fan. It's quite hot. Life before pandemic, I can say it was bliss. I mean, you know, you could just move around freely.
Yeah.
You're talking of actually going to meet up with your friends every Saturday.
And you could surely go.
Yes, and you could chill.
Yeah.
You could do a lot of stuff. And I mean, like, you could actually go back home for vacation, because I'm one person that would have loved to be going home like every summer to visit my family. But that was before the pandemic. I think I only got just one chance to go back home, and the following year, that was it. It was all over, and you can't visit your family, and you can only just rely on like video calls and stuff like that. And there's so many functions going on at home, you're not there. They just have to go like, oh, you're missing out, and like, you know, others have passed away, you're not like there to pay your last respects. Others have gotten married, you wish you were actually there, but you cannot be there because of the situation that's going on. But I mean, it hasn't been easy really, because you find that you become a social island. Most of my friends have left China, by the way. And I realized that, oh my God, I don't have friends, because when you come to the end of the week, fine, during the week you can interact with a lot of people in the like places where you go and stuff, but during the weekend you are alone, you are at home and stuff like that. You don't really have friends, because all these people have gone away. I mean, they left because of the pandemic. Like, they just couldn't take it, and they felt, no, you know, I can't. The pressure was just building up on them, and that was it. They left, and so you just become like a social island and stuff like that. But I mean, with the few friends that I have left, I love them so much, I treasure them so much, and they've actually been a backbone to me during the whole crisis and the whole situation. I mean, with the total lockdowns and stuff, those are the people that you call, you encourage each other over the phones, and you pray together, and sometimes you sing for them, you laugh. I mean, you talk around with them, really. And you talk around with them and stuff like that. So it hasn't been easy, but I mean, I guess we are coping somehow.
That's the social aspect, right? How about academics? I mean, how did everything change? Did you also do online classes and stuff?
I think the time when COVID first came into China, well, I was at the verge of completing my master's, and I was supposed to defend. I remember I wasn't sure, because at that point I thought, no, I should actually go back home. But I thought, no, if I go back home and I don't have my degree, so what was I doing here for 2.5 years? So I'm like, no, I'm going to like wait a bit and see how things are going to be. And at least if I manage to defend, and then they can send my documents when I actually go back home. So before COVID, I mean, you could attend classes like face-to-face with the teacher and the things like that. You could meet up with your supervisor, you could, you know. But post-COVID, you find like we're now having online defense, like a final defense where I'm just there in my room. The lecturer is probably sitting by their balcony on a tiny, tiny chair. You could tell that, oh, they're like trying to get the best of the networks possible. And, you know, you could just tell it was so informal, but it was a real defense. So you have to be so serious about it, even if the environment seems to be so informal. I remember I just had this headgear on, and the background in my room was like bags and stuff. Like, you can just see, you know, because of the situation that was, they were just making do with what was
whatever
like, available.
Was available.
But amidst all that, fine, we had our defense online, and we had a very small graduation. I was by Nanjing University of Aeronautics by then, and I actually gave the go away speech representing all the graduates, all the students, the students at that time. And I could tell that people's faces were longing for, you know, you could tell that these people have been holding on like for dear life. You know, when you're just like grabbing onto that tiny rope and you're holding on for dear life. So I could tell this is what, like, you know, the faces and stuff. Fine, I'm happy I'm graduating, but it wasn't that atmosphere that, you know, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's graduation. No, it's like a graduation that's like we are all coming out of a cave or something, like it's been closed to say, oh, there's something going on outside, now you can come out. It was like strange to be outdoors and to actually like be in a room with people and stuff like that. But yeah, that's just how it's been going down. And yeah.
Wow. Well, you said you almost went home, right? I have friends who went home that, well, they wish they never made that decision. Do you have some friends like that who were going home so excited? COVID, we are going to
Yes, I actually have friends of mine that left during the peak times. That was around March 2020.
Yes.
And they went home with the hope that, okay, fine, I'm going home, because it seemed by then that this was a China thing.
Yeah, and then,
but it happened to spread throughout the whole world. And just the time when I remember I was telling my family that they were all worried and they were like, no, I mean, like, let's organize for you to travel back home.
Yeah.
Then the lockdowns were all over and they were like, whoa, now everyone is like, okay, you stay where you are
there.
And you stay where you are. So it was a situation where those people went home, and then the same situation that they ran away from here, I mean, it also
Happened
like
to them
happened there.
Yeah.
But I couldn't blame them, because, you know, like there's a certain level that really someone can take of pressure and distress. So for them, it reached the limit and they just, you know, they gave in. But it's all good, because I think others have completed their degrees online, and some actually managed to change schools and like go to other schools or to other countries. So it depends on individuals.
So you're doing your PhD now. If the lockdown should be lifted, and I think now China is like, even now we have the chance to come and sit here, enjoy the breeze and all. If China should say, oh, foreigners here can come in, students can come in, you those that are here can go home, and how quick do I even need to ask this one?
Well,
oh, you still hang on for a while?
I would
China
actually
fever.
weigh my decision, because the fact that they're
That
saying
might be a
that
trap.
those that are at home can come back and me who's been here can leave. Fine, I would love to leave, but I would feel, okay, what am I leaving to?
Okay.
Like, what is there at home for me?
Maybe you miss your family.
Definitely, I miss them. Yes, it's been a while. So I would consider all those things, before I just pack my bags and leave, because I don't want a situation where, like, I get home and then I regret and I'm like, what have I done? Like, I've left China, I can't go back anymore. Like, what am I supposed to do? You know, that kind of a thing. So even if I were to plan to leave, I have to do it strategically. I can't just lift myself out. I have to think about it and weigh my options. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, we are still talking to Nobukosi Dube Michelle from Zimbabwe. Me, I call her a musician. She sings. If you missed that part, wind back and watch this video from the start. And you hear great voice. You are still going to hear the music part away. But she's not just a musician with great voice. She's also pretty, and I think I'm not the one supposed to say. You can drop it in the comment section anyway. And I was expecting maybe like when I was calling for us to like go out, you know, you're a gentleman to sort of give me a warning like that. It happened to me before, by the way. That's what I'm saying. Like, there was this lady I was supposed to interview. Man, I almost dropped slaps. Like, if that guy could slap me from the phone, I would have gotten it. Anyone you're moving with, because for foreigners, well, there are thin goals there out there that in China relationships are like, well, who are you moving with? People moving with you, are you married?
I'm not married. I'm not married. No, I'm not married.
Going out already. Right?
Well, I could say.
Okay, I got a secret, guys. I'm going to drop the number. Just deal, you know.
Yes, I'm single at the moment. I'm single, y'all. Yes, I'm single. I'm not married. I don't have a child. I'm single.
So I can even throw my shot.
Maybe you can try your luck,
guys. Oh, all right. Okay. I think, well, so let's talk about the social life, social aspect of life. Do you feel, I've met a couple of people, right? That's the main reason why I asked this, right? I've met a couple of people who feel like China, if you come here with academics, try finish as fast as you can before your social life gets stagnant. What has been your experience? Do you feel like maybe coming to China you have that aspect of regret, maybe your social life, maybe getting married by now, having kids? Because I know in UK and those other places, people go to school and they end up doing all the other part of life, working and those things.
Yeah.
How would you advise someone who wants to come to China to study with regards to social life, that other aspect of life?
Well,
I want you to speak your heart out.
I wouldn't actually say that it's a bad idea. China is a very good place. It's a land of opportunity.
Beautiful. I mean, look at it. The lights will come off now.
Oh yeah. We're waiting for the lights, by the way. It's a beautiful place, and I mean, as an individual, when you actually make the decision to say I want to move to a certain place, you have to set your mind to it. As a lady, you actually, maybe if you are like seeing someone at home and stuff like that, maybe probably want to agree with your partner as to how you're going to manage the relationship, if you're going to be here and he's going to be back home, or the other way around, if he's coming here and you're staying home, how are you guys going to work things out? So you want to balance like both ends, because you find that most people actually come and they are in relationships, but some actually do get married at the end, but the relationships along the way become a bit shaky, and they end up separating with their partners, and it's actually quite unfortunate, because I'm sure you would have invested so much in a relationship and you feel, okay, I need to advance myself before we like settle down, and stuff like that. But I'm sure you have to kind of find a balance in both. I mean, fine, you set your mind to it. I want to do this. I want to like maybe upgrade myself academically and stuff like that. It's good. I mean, it's good. But you can also think about your social life. Yes, you can meet people here in China. I mean, there are very good guys in China. I'm sure they are.
Sure you are. I'm a good
they
guy.
are. Yes, you're a good guy. Okay, there are good guys here in China. So you can actually meet somebody, and I mean, it can lead to something whilst you get your degree or whatever, and you can also have someone to spend forever with.
But that's part of raising a kid here. Maybe you want to start a family.
Well, about raising a kid in China, I'm sure there are so many things that have to come into play. You're looking at, okay, fine, you need a place to stay, because I'm sure it's not comfortable for you to be like in residential halls in the university, and most foreigners here are like students. Fine, for those that are working, you're considering things like getting a nanny, and you're considering things like schools, and it's not easy actually to enroll in schools here. Yes, it's not easy. It's very difficult if you're a foreigner to actually enroll in public schools and stuff like that. So those are the things that come into play. So most I have a friend of mine, actually somebody that I knew, who had a baby here, but when it was time for the child to actually go to school, she considered that, okay, fine, it was actually a bit difficult for her to get like enrollment in school, so she ended up taking the child back to the mom, because the whole issue of the nannies, and then who stays with the child when you have to like attend to some other issues and that kind of friction and stuff. But I mean, everything has got a balance. It is possible to raise a child in China, and fine, your child becomes so exposed to this whole environment, and it's actually a good thing for children to be able to learn out, encourage people to actually learn and speak Chinese, because it's to your own advantage. And whilst it's a good thing, I mean, there are obviously drawbacks. I mean, to everything there's a drawback. So you just have to find the balance, guys.
Find the balance.
Find the balance.
The ducks is coming. So
it's getting
we will have to end here. This might be part one. In fact, we have more outing to do, right?
Yes. Yeah. Anything can happen Sunday.
That is it. Well, straight from the Big Bang Theory, anyway.
Oh yes.
Okay, so my name is Bekwin Bernard. This is the Black Suit Tonight Africa Rising channel. And well, we just wanted to feature Nobu Kosi Dube. She's a musician, by the way. Do you want to sing?
I'm not a musician. Oh, really? I should sing a last song.
Right. Okay,
I
so
don't
she
have
sings.
any in particular.
And today she told us some part from her experience of China. In fact, she's sort of summed it all up as an international student in China. Yes, the study life before pandemic, life during and after pandemic, and social life and everything. By the way, she's singing.
Yeah.
You can throw your shot. Yeah, that's an image you're seeing. Yeah, bots.
Yay.
All right. Okay, so we are going to see you come up with more series. Also take that same experience from other people on the same channel. It's the Black Suit Tonight Africa Rising channel. Very soon, you'll be in Africa and then somewhere else. Yeah, that will come in later. All right, so you want to sing to end?
I don't
Oh,
have a song in particular.
wait. That song, perfect. Ed Sheeran.
Oh,
Give it to us,
perfect.
give it to
Okay.
us.
I hope I can actually remember the lyrics. Okay, it goes something like this.
I found love.
Yeah, something like that. I found a love for me, darling. Just hold right in and follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. We were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I yearn. La 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 la, baby.
Oh damn. Come on, so that's no course to do with Michelle from Zimbabwe, man. I don't need to say more. And well, I think, if you were in another country, trust me. It's a channel effect, right?
Comment.
Alright, so yeah, this has been the Black Suit Tonight African Rising channel.
Ciao.
And this is live as an international student in China. I'll see you when I see you.